Ground is opening up. Between our victim and from 6 contact ground 1 Monday. Luton Tower Boulevard. The ground is now open. Clearance start to ground from 121.755. And that's ground open. Start line. 59, 60 km per hour, so the wind air 361 coming from Delta. Gold 1. After the wind, Delta taxi 1 Gold 1. 9 km. Taxi Gold. Got one with Oklahoma.
Well, a very good morning, one and all, and a warm welcome back to London Luton Airport. It's been a minute since we were last here. Hope you're all well. So weather today should be warm, but there's quite an ill wind, as they say, blowing across westerly ops here. There's the normal routing for the standard winds, so they'll be taking off from our right, from our position here. Lots and lots of early action in store here at Luton. I really should apologise for the absence from this wonderful little airport. It has been a while. Obviously we were up north doing our tour of Scotland. Heathrow last time out. The last time we came here we were fogged in, so nothing doing. All good for this morning. We have the green light for a Luton show. Hope you're all well. Looking forward to your weekend. We're almost there. As I say, plenty of action in store for this morning's Luton Airport show, the morning rush. Those that follow the channel will know it very well. Lots and lots of departures for around the first 50 minutes, and then everything that's been departing from Eastern Europe will be making its way in from about 7 o'clock. We're going to be live through till about 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, depending on traffic. We'll see how it goes. 3 making their way to the runway now then, 2 Wizz and an EasyJet. Let's get into it. Very good morning everybody. So looking like it's going to be first to depart. Wizz Air flight 2066 off to Lublin. I say looking like, we've obviously got two taxiways here at Luton, relatively new addition, or two entries to the runway, should I say. So although this one is in the lead at the moment, there's no guarantee it'll be the first to leave. Number 2 to depart, Wizz Air 5367, destination Valencia, and the EasyJet in 3rd position will be off to Amsterdam. So if we get your wide shot now, you'll see two entries onto the runway. Hasn't always been the case, lots of works going on here. And there we go. As if I knew it was going to happen. Valencia departure, our first catch of the day. So whilst we're watching this one about to line up, can have some feedback on audio and video. I want to make sure we're bringing you the best that we can. Quickly into the chat, Chinook, one of our awesome moderators, very good morning to you. MS Blue, welcome. Glenn's Aviation, we are live. She goes into the somewhat grey skies here at Luton. We're not complaining. At least we can see the airport today, unlike our last visit. Mark Abraham, very good morning to you, hope you're well. And as always, a very warm welcome to everyone in our Lurkers Lounge. Whether you're settled in for the morning or dropping in before you head off to work, you're very welcome. If you are leaving us shortly for a day of work, please do drop a like on your way out. Not watched any content from Luton Airport before, you'll notice that everything takes a left-hand bank fairly quickly after the departure and climb out. That's to avoid the town that's down in the valley off to our left. Noise abatement measure. Sky Squad TV in the house, very good morning to you, Sean, hope you're well. Wasn't able to catch your rooftop show the other day, but I'll go and catch some highlights when I get the chance. Hope you're well. Davo Carapiro, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Or good morning, should I say. EasyJet 2511, destination Amsterdam, lined up, ready to go. Nice early action here at Luton. We love it. Lined up, heading to Inverness. EasyJet flight 2621. This is an Airbus A319-100. This particular aircraft, 17 years of age. Do with just a little bit of sunshine poking through, couldn't we? There is supposed to be sun from 8 o'clock. We shall see. Oh dear, Sean, was that a wet one? Next departure is currently backtracking. Another EasyJet, that one's off to Palma. Gives us a chance to say a very good morning to everyone up in the tower here at Heathrow. Not Heathrow. Come on, Joe. Here at Luton. A very good morning to you all. Always in awe of the work people in the AC tower do. If you don't know just how hard it is to manage all the traffic around an airport from the tower, go on to the NATS website here in the UK. They've got a little game you can play which will give you some idea of whether you have the skills to do the job they do, and then report back. Not easy at all. Devansh, very good morning to you. Victoria Flyer, welcome along. Hope you're good. EasyJet to Palma, taking its time. Nice early-ish rotation from this EasyJet. I think it was probably borderline as to whether it needed full length takeoff. Off and away for the EasyJet. Who's there? A321neo. Next out. She's off to Bacau. You see Crow making its way past. Lots of wildlife, very rural airport, Luton, surrounded by rolling hills and woodlands. Stark contrast to our regular spot at Heathrow. This is EasyJet flight 2313 off to sunny Spain. Destination Alicante for this A320-200. One Del Toro checking in from Mexico. A very warm welcome to you. Jod Ramsey. All Airbus at the moment. We haven't had any Boeing 737s yet. There will be a couple, I would imagine. El Al are due in an hour and a half or so. They normally send a 737 over. Another Airbus A320-200 from EasyJet. This one's flight 2489. Destination is Pisa. Another Wizz and EasyJet making their way to the runway. Keeping us busy first thing this morning. Good to see.
87 Golf Hotel, we're ready in terminal for 1.
Elliot Spitzer, good morning. CEO engines on this latest EasyJet, noticeably louder than the newer Neos. Big rumble as the plane climbs up off to our left. Still hear it loud now. First arrival of today's show on the horizon. Steve Carter Aviation, very good morning to you. Great to have you with us. Gating Banana, great to have you back with us. Hope you're well. Lots of people up nice and early for this Luton show. Either had insomnia or you were keen. So we're looking at a Wizz Air arrival. It's an A321neo. Flight number 3645, coming in from Suqueva. A little under 3 hours of flight time. Our first Jet 2 is emerged from the terminal, making its way past our position here for takeoff. First arrival rolling all the way out. I'll have a bit of a longer taxi back. Always feels like the airport's come alive when you've got arrivals and departures going on. Good stuff. So Wizz Air in, Wizz Air out. The latest of the departures turning on. This is flight 5391, destination Plovdiv for this A321neo. All glimpse of the Jet 2 in the Holidays livery, patiently waiting. Number 1 for departure. EasyJet flight 2433 off to Paris Charles de Gaulle. This one an A320-200. She of the rumbling engines. Sean, it looks like they've packed up and gone home. Work complete. Definitely using both slips onto the runway now. We saw that first thing this morning. But all the machinery has gone. Or most of it. So I'm assuming if there's more to do, that will be at a later date. Skating Banana off to Denver International. Awesome. Have a great time. Sean, there is still a little bit of a backtrack. We saw an EasyJet do it not too long ago. So I don't know what the aim of the game was. It's probably because the drop-off is so massive as you get towards the threshold down at that end. It would have been too much to do, but yeah, really short backtracks now. Some nice ribbons off the departing Jet 2. Very overcast first thing here this morning. It's quite local. So I was driving down. There was some nice bright sunshine around, so hopefully it'll break here soon. Make these liveries pop. You're looking at Wizz Air flight 5369 off to Seville. Another A321neo. Just 4 years old this one. Wizz Air with a very young fleet of Airbus aircraft. Liberator in the house. Happy Thursday, everyone. And this is his home airport, his or her home airport. Lots of people tune in to watch the action here because they live locally. Quite often have people in the chat mentioning the flights going over their house, either inbound or outbound, after they've watched them live on the stream. Pretty cool. Wizz Air and Ryanair both making their way out for departure. Double Ryanair. See another one creeping up the hill from the terminal. Rudrak, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Wadders, welcome along. Hope you're doing well this morning. Miriam Beanie, good morning. Welcome. Lots of action on the departure front, as we mentioned earlier. Usually the way here at Luton, get rid of all the overnight planes before everything from Europe takes its place at the stands. If we have a quick look at how many EasyJets are in at the minute, and then we'll check back towards the end of the show, and I'll wager that will be pretty empty. Planes don't make any money when they're on the ground, so airlines very keen to get them on the move. Your second fave pilot, very good morning to you. Looking forward to the Ryanairs. Jessica Stoner, very good morning to you and welcome. So the whiz on screens now. We'll be heading off to Athens. That is flight number 5411. The Ryanair behind, off to Burgas. Our first 737 of today's show. And of course, two of those. Second of which is off to Krakow. Both MAX 8s, so nice new aircraft. Everything come to a halt. Nothing showing on radar as on approach, which would normally be the reason they hold short. No runway inspection going on. It's a mystery. It could just be as simple as the whiz isn't quite ready. Another newbie wrecking the bottom of their car on the steep ramp up to the viewing area here. Sounds awful when you hear that. Sean will know what I mean exactly. Sort of a gravel mound for the people to park on here, but at one end it is way too steep unless you've got a 4x4. Liberator saying we fly from Luton next month, Ryanair to Lanzarote. Awesome. If you drop us a line through our socials or email just before you go, a week or so, we'll see if we can catch your flight depending on when it is. Nick Woodward popping in to say a quick hi, off to work. Always great to catch up, Nick. Have a great day at work. Francis Waite, very good morning to you. Gifting a VIP Live membership, that's gone to Skating Banana. Thank you so much, Francis. Enjoy that gifted membership, Skating Banana. Gives you access to all those funky custom emojis. First look at some of our edited videos and other bits and pieces. Earjedden, if I've pronounced that right. Lived in Luton, or lived in the UK for 5 years. Used to go on holiday in Poland from Luton Airport. Love the place. So do we. Nice to give Luton Airport a bit of love on the live streams. We do try and get here every week if possible, apart from when we're off on our travels. Sean, you wicked person. It's okay unless it's happening to your car. Wizz Air finally ready to go. Looking awesome with the Bandit Mask cockpit windows. Fiki Avgeeki in the house. Welcome back, hope you're well. And it is great to finally get another live show off the ground here at Luton. Ouch. Almost feels like you're going to lose them in that light cloud as they make that turn. Very dull here this morning. Ryanair 6167 off to Burgas, lined up, ready to go. This one's 737 MAX 8, just 3 years old. Looks like we're on for a hat-trick of Ryanair departures. Third one making its way out. Not quite the typically long takeoff roll for Ryanair. Sometimes they look like they're going to fall off the end. There's a big drop off beyond the threshold into the town, and they use mighty lots of the runway most of the time. I'm sure we'll see one do it this morning. It's the sort of runway where you need balls of steel, because when it ends, it really does end here. Big steep drop off down to the dual carriageway below. Ryanair number 2, another 737 MAX 8. This one's flight 1813 off to Krakow. Another 3-year-old MAX 8. Ryanair 737 says, "I'm happy there's no fog." You and me both. The bane of Luton Airport, the fog. Ooh, get the sunshine sneaking through. Let's not speak too soon. Disappear again. Wayne Stewart, good morning to you. Francis, wait. Let's not think about that. It really is quite something though. You used to be able to, before they built the dual carriageway there, but there was a ladder with a platform, and I used to go up there as a kid, and you could sit on the top, and it literally was at the threshold of the runway, so you wouldn't really see the planes until they were on you, just almost touchable. Crazy little spot it was. Those were the days when no one cared. There used to be, over at the other side, so to our right, you used to be able to get into the airport grounds through the storm drains back in the day as well, if you wanted to. That's more like it, Ryanair, using every inch of the tarmac. It's alright when they do that here, Sean, but over at Stansted, You don't see anything much, do you, when they do a long rollout? Courtesy of that North Tower, the bane of a videographer's or a streamer's life if you're over on that north side at Stansted. Wayne Stewart, our current streaming schedule is once a week at Luton, once a week at Heathrow, but throughout the summer months that does get rather mixed up because we like to visit lots of other airports. We're just fresh off the back of a Scotland tour a couple of weeks back, and it's nice to visit all these different UK airports. We do go abroad sometimes as well. We've got plans to cover Brussels, Amsterdam and Frankfurt later in the year. But yeah, Luton and Heathrow are the staple for our live shows, and what we always default to. Louise, Miss Pandora, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. EasyJet really demonstrating the difference between Airbus and Boeing with how long they need to roll before takeoff, all to do with the amount of lift created and how much speed you need to get it. Yeah, we mustn't moan about Stansted too much. Get some awesome movements down there. Not too far from here as the crow flies. And quite often get flights departing Stansted, overflying Luton. Fairly low. Wayne Stewart, liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the content and great to have you on board with us. EasyJet on your screens now. We'll be heading off to Faro. She's an A321neo, flight number 2451. A whole raft of Wizz Airs are just off to the northeast of the airfield, having almost completed their flights from Eastern Europe. If you've got access to any of the radar apps, have a look at what's on the way in. A train of arrivals stretching right across the English Channel. And of course, to the south of the airfield, a similar train of departures, all of which we've caught here since we went live this morning. Most of the flights heading east. Yeah, I agree with that, Sean. The thing I like here at Luton is it reminds me, apart from the lack of heavies here, of the view you get at Manchester. Nothing in the way. Towers like Stansted. No million lampposts like you get at Heathrow. Just nice views. And of course you're not too far from the terminal here either, so you get to see all the ground movements as well. Great little airport. Miss Pandora used to live 20 minutes from Luton Airport. Yeah, nice when it's busy here, but they do have distinct blocks of busyness. You get this early morning rush that we generally try and catch. There's a similar rush at tea time, and then a little bit of a one at lunchtime. In between those three, very, very queue here. We haven't seen any corporate or private stuff yet this morning. Come on, Harrods and Signature, pull your finger out. Give us a couple of Gulfstreams and bits and pieces. Normally get a handful. Nothing yet. There's air rolling. EasyJet sat on the naughty step. Normally use that engine test bay area if they're a bit early for their departure slot. So we'll see her move out shortly, I would imagine. And the screen's now though lined up for departure to Faro. EasyJet flight 2451, A320neo. She's just 2 years old. Little baby Airbus. Is it just me, or is there something really cool about a nice head-on shot? These gulpy engines just staring back at you. So whilst that one isn't quite ready, company aircraft is making its way to the runway now. EasyJet flight 2459, destination is Lisbon. This one on your screens now. When it is ready, we'll be heading off to Malaga. you did have a look on your radar apps, all those aircraft making their way in. The first of those just 3 minutes out now. Francis Waite. Yeah, it's busy bit of airspace. That is for sure. Like I say, the people that keep everyone safe up in the air and on the ground do a great job. Not easy by any stretch. Liberator, yeah, I'm sure we'll make some time to catch all that private stuff coming in. Another place I really want to have a look at, which is we're probably able to do both, to be honest, because the jets will come in here in the week leading up to the race, and of course afterwards. But all the pilots and the pilots, the drivers, all the F1 drivers and their VIP guests generally get a helicopter across to the circuit from a little airfield out in Oxfordshire called Weston, and there's a great viewing point there, so it'd be nice to do some heli action around Silverstone. Steve Carter off to Norwich Airport next week. Dan Addison, one of our moderators, quite often streams from Norwich. Is definitely a nice mix. Some of the offshore oil rigs served by the helicopters out of Norwich. Pretty cool. Could do with being a little bit busier though. Liberator. I don't think I was far off calling them pilots, you know. Those cars have wings, engines. They go fast enough to take off. On more than one occasion, they've given it a good go, haven't they, in some of the crashes. John Necker enjoying the show. Welcome along. Great to have you with us this morning. So the Wizz Air holding for the first of a raft of arrivals that we'll see over the next half an hour to an hour. The Wizz Air waiting to be off to Tirana. That is flight 5004. And on finals, Wizz Air flight 1901 in from Vilnius. Nice noisy reverser action from that Wizz arrival. Always nice to hear. Gary Burleson, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. JP Mack in the house. Celebrating 2 months in our VIP lounge. Thank you for your ongoing support. This poor Wizz Air still having to wait because we have another on short finals. EasyJet 2301 in from Edinburgh. We had a great time up in Edinburgh. Some awesome plane spotting. Wizz Air now has its opportunity to get out of here. Off to Tirana. Gotta love Luton when it's busy. Plenty of action. A whole raft of planes making their way out still. Love it. So off to Tirana then. Wizz Air 5004. It's an A321neo. This one 4 years old. I can already see the next arrival off to the right, making its way in. That's Wizz Air 3009 in from Bucharest. Nice ribbons of this Wizz Air arrival. Bit of crabbing as well. Nice and busy up here at the spotters point here at Luton this morning. Not always the case. You can see there Sean using both entries to the runway. Not too far apart really, are they? It does look like that's the end of the taxiway works. So 4 EasyJets and a Wizz lined up, or queuing should I say. First to depart, EasyJet flight 2557, she's off to Dalaman. Next arrival visible off to our right already. Definitely looking a bit murky out there now. So hope it stays away from the airport. This is Wizz Air 3751, originating from Craiova. 3 hours and 3 minutes in the air. Entering the runway from that newer of Luton's taxi base. This is EasyJet flight 2323 off to Barcelona. This one a little A319. Len Pantling, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. Karen Glenn, great to have you with us. Oh dear, that's a bit ominous, isn't it? Keep that fog out that way. We don't want it. Short finals then for Wizz Air flight 3651 in from Aviation. Awesome non-stop action here at Luton this morning. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you want to follow our adventures in aviation. And of course a massive thank you to all our members, lots and lots of members. We'll put some of their names up on the screen in a little bit. Wow, that closed in quick. Three waiting to depart, but we have another on finals. Is Wizz Air flight 3451 A320-200 from Targo Mures. More noisy reverser action here at Luton. So at least one of the three waiting to depart is going to get a slot now. EasyJet using the far taxiway. This is flight 2485 off to Milan. Another EasyJet making its way to the naughty step. I don't know what's more frustrating, a flight being delayed or a flight pushing back so early that it just sits off the runway. I suppose it depends if you've got a connection or not, doesn't it really? Definitely not ideal if you're waiting for a connecting flight. EasyJet needs to get a move on because the latest Wizz Air arrival in from Cluj, not far behind. Weather really has closed in off to our left. See how long this one stays in shot. Much better. Looking very gloomy out there though. Beautifully smooth touchdown from that latest Wizz Air arrival. Butter. Is that a little private jet I see making its way out? Certainly is. Little pocket rocket. Another 1 in, 1 out for Wizz Air. This is flight 5327 off to Istanbul. Company aircraft on finals. This is flight 4301 in from Sofia. You definitely see it sort of just drifting past some of that mucky stuff. Famous last words. Liberator pointing out the reason for the busy airspace is so that planes can get through the ultra busy airspace and the 4 holds for Heathrow. Absolutely right. Crazy busy everywhere around Heathrow. Rachel, Luke, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. Welcome along. Look at the windsock there, you can see why the planes are crabbing just a little bit off to the left. Slight cross headwind here at Luton this morning. And it in no way looks or feels like late spring. Weather is supposed to properly heat up over this weekend. We shall see. Alan Espinoza checking in from Albuquerque over there in the US of A. Very good morning to you. Welcome along. Ash Watts, welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. gobbled up by the low cloud. Maverick, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Awesome support from Steve Carter Aviation, gifting 5 VIP lounge memberships. Awesome support, Steve. If you're with us and received a gifted membership from Steve Carter, please do pop in and say thank you to him in the chat. Thank you, Steve. And she's gone. That was Lux Aviation Citation XLS, heading down to Bristol. Sort of down and across to Bristol. Was there on approach. This is flight 1601 in from Gdansk, another of their A321 Neos. Set her down. Absolutely nothing butter about that one. Bosh. Wowzers. New tyres, please. Turning on then. EasyJet flight 9002. She's off to Istanbul. This is an A320-200. Jack, good morning to you. Very early morning. Checking in from Texas. Hope you're well. Yes, we're very much hoping that mucky stuff stays over there to the left. Bit of hazy sunshine coming through. Did say in the forecast 8 o'clock onwards it should get a bit brighter, so we'll see how accurate it was. Henry Gilbert, good morning to you. Cheeky little one trying to catch me out. Wow, how quiet was that? Whisperjet. Sporting the nice bold Neo livery for this A320neo. This is EasyJet flight 2591. She's off to Paphos. Next arrival just 1 minute out is Wizz Air flight 2201 in from Budapest. There we go, Mark Abraham saying less than 5 miles away and we have blue skies, so hopefully will change to come. Jack, I'm assuming talking about that little private arrival. It was super quiet, wasn't it? El Ray checking in from Belfast. Good morning to you. Big Dan, welcome along. Join us from a misty, murky Luton Airport. Winds are picking up, so sunshine for the second half of today's show. Expecting and getting can be very different, can't they? This is EasyJet 2425. Destination is Nice. And again, just 1 minute out for the next arrival. Another Wizz Air flight 1301 from Warsaw, bearing down on this EasyJet. Yes, gotta love those CEO engines for the raw noise. Beautiful. On your screens now then, Wizz Air flight 3646 off to Sukreba. This one A321neo. 5 years of age this airframe. Airbus 787 just down the road in Letchworth, I bet you've got blue sky as well, haven't you? If you have, I don't want to hear it. Okay, hopefully we're back. I think I've got a bit of a ropey network cable. To do a few tweaks. Let me know if we're back audio and video as we should be. Otherwise I'm just talking to myself. Chinook, thank you. It's always nice to know, isn't it? Apologies for the drop out there. Hopefully we're okay after the tweaks I made. J-Ro, very good morning to you. Welcome along. Must say, it's feeling very much like we might get some rain here at Luton. We'll see. Airbus 787, thank you. Yeah, pretty sure that was a network cable causing the issues. My word, absolutely awesome support from Jag. $50 super chat for your efforts, coffee, farm animals, and maybe a network connection upgrade. Thanks for all you do. Mega support, Jag. Thank you so much. Ryanair on your screens now. It's flight 3525, destination all lovely, Fuerteventura. This one's a 737-800, 15 years of age. See the little ops vehicle, runway inspection ongoing. Definitely feels like rain here. Fingers crossed it moves across before it dumps. Ash Watts off to work. Thank you for popping by. Have a great day, Ash. Well, if that weather report is to be accurate, 6 minutes we'll be in blazing sunshine. Who's willing to bet on that? Next arrival looks to be the LL 737-800 coming in from Tel Aviv. Nearly 5 hours of flight time from Israel. Also waiting for this Ryanair to go. We'll just pop the rain cover on the camera, just in case. There we go. She's all wrapped up. Corporate jet appearing off to the left from the signature flight support terminal. There's a NetJets Cessna Citation latitude. Mills Wolves has joined us. Very good morning to you, Lorraine. Hope you're well. Join us from kind of mucky Luton Airport. The weather's definitely deteriorated throughout the morning. I'm hoping that the winds that are picking up are supposed to be gusting to 40 kilometres an hour by the end of the show, and they're definitely picking up, so hopefully they're going to blow some of this cloud away. Jag, I could do with a barbecue just to warm up. Spring, they say. I think this is probably the last day of the lower temperatures. Forecast is looking pretty warm for the next week. Steve Carter gifting 5 VIP lounge memberships. Awesome support as always. If you received a gifted VIP lounge membership from Steve, please do pop in and say thank you. Awesome support as always, Steve Carter. Let Jets jump in the queue. Gobbled up by the cloud, as Jag would say. Ryanair now ready. Bradford Aviation, one of the recipients from Steve. Very warm welcome to you, Bradford Aviation. There we go. What Sean from Sky Squad TV was waiting for, to see what a backtrack looks like now that we've got that extra bit of taxiway in. Very busy up here. People with their cameras out this morning, braving the unseasonal conditions, shall we say. So whilst we're waiting for this Ryanair to start its takeoff roll, if you're enjoying today's show, despite their little network blip, do hit that like button. It does help other people find the stream, as we've seen already today. Great free way to support the work we do here at Heathrow Live. 21.6 degrees in Jags Land. Here, not quite. 14, but with the wind chill, it's probably about 9. Which, let's be fair, we've been out here in -6, haven't we? So, +9, not to be sniffed at. Steve Carter, that's when there's no broadcast on ATC, the scanner then picks up the radar, and that ticking is as the radar swivels around, so I have to keep muting it and then bringing it back. EasyJet dropping down into the dip. That taxiway in parts is much lower than the actual runway. Chomp cam. Yeah, I think the day is supposed to warm up considerably. Just not here this morning. Airbus 787 at some point between 9:30 and 10, depending on how busy it is when we'll wrap things up this morning. As I said a little bit earlier, get that nice morning rush, lots and lots of action, both departures and arrivals, and then things settle right down, sort of that mid-morning period, and then it kicks off again at lunchtime. Let's have a little look around the airfield then, for those that aren't familiar. So, remote stands for lots of the private stuff. The hangar in the background is also for private aircraft, super expensive to keep your plane undercover. Although, if you have a private jet, you're probably not bothered, are you? Cargo terminal served by MNG of Turkey and DHL. Tucked away in the corner there, Harrods Aviation. Very nice private terminal. And then we have the main terminal for the commercial aircraft horseshoe terminal, so 2 legs of gates. Over the far side, signature flight support. The second private terminal here at Luton. Now dropping in from Tel Aviv. David Hardy, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. Airbus 787. That's very kind of you to say. Jag, these multi-storey car parks are for passengers. Of course, many people will remember the one nearest the tower. In fact, no, the one furthest from the tower. This has recently been rebuilt because the whole thing caught fire, destroying many, many vehicles a few years back, caused by a car fire. And it totally destroyed the whole of that multi-storey car park. Allow then will make its way down to the far side of that horseshoe terminal. Always has the same gate, as they have lots of their own security personnel. And that will plonk itself right on the end of that terminal. Fairly quick turnaround for most of the aircraft here at Luton. You're looking at around 40 to 45 minutes. On your screens now, the latest Wizz Air A321neo arrival. This one's coming in from Rome. That could easily have gone around then, couldn't it? Well held. Very nice. Couple of departures making their way to the runway. EasyJet and Ryanair. LL made it to its usual gate 27. So the EasyJet that just went past our view there, heading off to Edinburgh. It's an A320-200. Ryanair that's just about to come into shot. Flight 3882 is off to Malta. It's a 737 MAX 8. Unusually slow taxi. Oh, there we go, that's why. Too early for its takeoff slot. Onto the naughty step. I thought that was taxiing slowly. They like to rocket around on the ground. We've got slightly brighter conditions here. I don't think we dare call it sunny. Love those split scimitar winglets on the Max. Ryanair, of course, got a lot of 800 version of the 737s, which they're upgrading with those wingtips as well. Thank you folks for hitting that like button. Over 200 likes. Awesome support once again. Whizzy wobbly. That was a bit sketch, wasn't it? That last Wizz Air arrival. It's very much like it was going to go back up. Lots of movement on the ground from planes ready in for departure. Got the Ryanair on screen now. Off to the left, we've got a Wizz Air that's just come back in. That's the one we just saw land. Wizz pushing back for Targu Mures. Another Wizz off to Poznan. In fact, it's all Wizz Air. One off to Iași, another to Madrid. Very much dominated by Wizz Air and EasyJet. Luton Airport, just a smattering of Ryanair and Jet2 at the moment. Ryanair, of course, dominate Stansted just down the road from here. Next arrival a few minutes out, about to turn on and head into the airfield. EasyJet flight 2512, which is an A319 coming in from Amsterdam. Aircraft on screen now, one of many Wizz Air departures to come. This is the one heading off to Poznan, flight 5389, A321neo. I said earlier, didn't I, that we'd have a look back at these remote stands that were absolutely chock full of EasyJets earlier. And now the cupboard is bare. Just the one sat there that doesn't look like it's going to be moving anytime soon. It's crazy how quickly the airport can empty out. Few people over the last few Luton shows have asked if we can do live shows here at different times of the day, and we definitely would love to be able to do that. The issue is that this place gets full not long after we get here for our 6 o'clock shows and stays full all day, so it's very difficult to get a spot so that we can use our platform. Of course, the other issue, certainly later in the day, is that the sun, remember what the sun looks like? The sun moves around and is into the lens of the camera late in the afternoon. It would be nice to get a different mix of aircraft at different times of the day. Well, the 8 o'clock sunshine hasn't materialised. Doesn't look like it's imminent either. Good old British weather. Right, Wizz Air 5389 off to Poznan, lined up and ready. Yep, that's definitely not sunshine, is it? Aircraft on your screens now. A321neo. We'll be heading off to Madrid. Saw a video of the cockpit of a plane departing Luton, and it's amazing where they turn on, as this Wizz just did there. They seem super close from this observation. The cars and people watching from the actual aircraft. This is the Malta-bound Ryanair 737 MAX 8. Francis Waite on his second latte. Lovely. You know how to live, Francis. Really early left-hand bank from the Ryanair. Throwing it into the turn. It's funny, isn't it? You watch commercial aircraft all day long, everything's all so controlled, and you kind of forget just how overpowered and manoeuvrable they are. And then when you see them at like an air show or something, near vertical climb out, banking way over. Just remind yourself just how well engineered they are. Lizzie, not a fan of the weather. Yeah, I think good times are just around the corner. For a week anyway. I saw on the 10-day forecast the magic 30 degrees Celsius. We'll see. EasyJet on short finals. Another silky smooth landing. Absolutely aced that one. Couple more Wizz Airs. Push back and ready to taxi. Mark Harrop, very good morning to you. Yeah, I was saying earlier, it's probably the closest I would compare to Manchester for not being obstructed. You don't get the movements that Manchester get here down at Luton. But yeah, nice unobstructed views. Harry's Aviation checking in from Malaysia. Very cool. Kieran and Mags in and out, off to work. Thank you for popping by. SE Media, very good morning to you. Big block. Yeah, there's some mucky low cloud out to our left. Not so bad to the right. Wow, bumpy ride for those Ryanair passengers at the end there, wasn't it? SE Media celebrating an awesome 20 months. Great support, SE Media, thank you. Very nice, Harry's Aviation. Flew out from Heathrow on Malaysian Airlines. How was it? Leanne Robson, very good morning to you. Welcome along. EA MX Gamer, good morning. Good morning, Alex O'Brien. Welcome along. Join us at a very murky, low cloud Luton Airport this morning. No fog. Probably jinxed it now. We're looking at Wizz Air flight 1002, destination Katowice for this A321neo. And Sean will know my pain with the fluctuating network here at Luton. We're really battling it this morning. even got some rain in the air now. Of course we have. 16 degrees and sunny. My arse. Excuse my French. Of course it's raining. This is Wizz Air flight 3302 off to Cluj. Partially liveried Jet 2 making its way out. Missing the nice sunshine, just like us. Sofia destination for this latest Wizz Air departure. Off into the doom and gloom. Another Wizz Air departure. This one's off to Bucharest. France is having a proper tour. You enjoying your time here? Dave Stormo, good morning. Mark Abraham, I think I jinxed myself, it's clouded over. It's pretty gloomy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Good stuff, Francis. Yeah, we loved our time in Scotland. Definitely on the cards to go back. Angelina wanted to move there. It's like, that's a bit rash. We're only up here for 5 days. Loves the countryside, does our Angelina. The Jet 2 on your screens. We're heading off to Corfu. Soon to be joined by a Wizz Air in the queue, holding for our next arrival. And I wish I could tell you all about it, but there's nothing on radar for me. Really are quiet in these little private jets. Jet 2 coming out in sympathy with us here at Luton. Just be rude, wouldn't it, to have the big sunshine on the back of this one. The Wizz Air number 2 to depart. It's flight 2202 off to Budapest. Definitely a bit clearer. Managed to hold on to the view of that Jet 2 just a little bit longer. Alex O'Brien, welcome to our VIP lounge. Great to have you on board. Thank you for your support. Gary's in the house. Aviation Action Scotland. Very good morning to you. Hope you're well. How's the weather up there today? Grim down here. and gone. More rain. But we're not going to worry about that, because look what we've got pushing back. Happy days. Nice big DHL freighter. Should get up nice and early. They normally leave here fairly empty. Fingers crossed. Yeah, pretty odd how the forecast can be so far out. Normally pretty good these days, aren't they? It is absolutely freezing here this morning. Intermittent rain, low cloud, just a dreary old Thursday. That's my moan over the tail sticking up behind the roof of the terminal. When they go past the end of the terminal there on the taxiway, it looks like you could reach out the window and touch the wingtip. So aside from that DHL freighter, I can see two Wizz Airs and a Ryanair all taxiing out. Good morning of action here at Luton. If you've enjoyed today's show so far and you haven't hit that like button, please do. It does help other people find the show. Daniel Slack, very good morning to you. Joining us just in time for the DHL departure. Definitely the only bit of the forecast that was accurate was the increasing winds. Pretty breezy up here now. Patched up Wizz Air making its way to the runway. This is flight number 1602 off to Gdansk. old British springtime. Those engines look like they can gulp, don't they? Nice big Neo engines. Awesome, Gary. First ever flight from here at Luton back in 1982. Would have been wildly different back then. Then we'll be wrapping things up sort of somewhere between 9:30 and 10 when the action dies down. It's hard to believe we're nearly 3 hours in already. That's the beauty of the morning rush here at Luton. So much going on. The Ryanair on your screens now is flight 1125, destination is Palma. This is a 737-800, 19 years old. You're not wrong, Gary. Time flies, doesn't it? Excuse the pun. Yeah, I still remember Luton as was. Used to live literally round the corner back in the late 80s. It's unrecognisable today from back then. DHL on the move, making its way towards our position for hopefully a nice early rotation takeoff. Mark Abraham's letting us know, as well as this one, we have another DHL inbound. Francis Waite had his first flight as a 15-month-old. I think my first flight was probably that age or younger, born over in Germany, but was regularly flying between northern Germany and Manchester as a nipper. Well, that's definitely picked up some sunshine there, isn't it? Briefly. I think I'm just hoping these days. Look at us, international flyer babies. Where's my plane gone? There it is. DHL doubling up. Oh, how cool was that? Beautiful big DHL freighter touching down right in front of us. Looking enormous compared to the little Airbuses of Wizz, EasyJet and the Boeings of Ryanair. Now then, fingers crossed everybody for a nice super early rotation. There is definitely sunshine at the far end of the airfield. DHL lit up beautifully. Beautiful. Double DHL. Bit of a face-off between the DHL and the Jet 2. Sensibly, the Jet 2 getting out the way. Awesome back-to-bow freighter. Can't speak. Tongue's all twisted in the cold. Back-to-back freighters. A fully liveried Jet 2 making its way out. Ryanair making its way out in the background as well. This Jet 2 off to Alicante. You don't want me to sing, Steve. You really don't want that. I don't want that. EasyJet in from London Gatwick. I don't know if you can hear that wind. It really has picked up. The only bit of the forecast that was right today. Howling. 29 minutes of flight time for that EasyJet to come up from London Gatwick, which I thought sounded quite long for such a short flight, but as was mentioned in the chat earlier, they'll have to navigate all the Heathrow traffic to get through. EasyJet will be positioning for a commercial flight out later on today, no doubt. Jet 2 ready to go. Number 2 to depart is the Ryanair 737 MAX 8, flight 490 to Lublin. Early rotation from the Jet 2. Bits and bobs of nicer weather around, isn't there? Couldn't call it sunny yet. Oops. So, you know, I've been looking at the rubber band that I use for pounding, and I was thinking that looks like it's perishing. It'll be alright for one more show. Snapped in half, didn't it? Oh dear. You didn't come here for the professionalism, did you? Ryanair to Lublin then. Lizzie, yeah, that's the only sunshine we're getting. Do you know, I bought some more rubber bands specifically for this task. Left them on the shelf at home this morning. What a clown. rain cover in front of the lens. What else is going to happen, I wonder? Well, it's definitely getting sunny. That's something to be cheery about, isn't it? Let's sort out this rain cover. I'm going to say no rain, and it's coming off. So prepare for the downpour. That was the EasyJet that we missed because of the rubber band. In the sunshine. Who'd have thought it? Mark. Yeah, I've always found that to be a problem. You know it, Lizzie. We've got sunshine now. The promised sunshine, an hour and 20 minutes late. It's all good. Graham Russell, I think possibly taking the prize for the earliest flight out of Luton that we've got from the people in the stream today. 1968 BAC 111. Awesome. Len's off to walk the dog. Take care, Len. Great to have you with us once again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Steve Carter, keep hold of those deck chairs. Gary says use bongo ties. If only I knew what they were, Gary. Post a picture in the community tab. Nice one, Gary. Thank you. Oh, what a difference a bit of sun makes. M1 jammed, good morning. Laker Airways. Wow. That's a story in itself, isn't it? Freddie Laker. Francis, yeah, it's amazing. As you go through life, you meet people with similar backgrounds. I've met so many people that were born on army bases out in Germany. Obviously lots of British forces based out there. Some of my fondest memories living on military bases. Another whisper quiet private jet dropping into Luton, making hardly a sound. Ryanair 8425, destination is Alicante. Number 2 to depart, Wizz Air flight 6002 off to Rome. It was a real shame. I really wanted to go back and see where I was born, but the base I was born on is long gone, including the hospital, so I never got the opportunity to do that. Quite a bit of muck as the planes climb out. Graham, yeah, it was British Military Hospital. I was born on a base called Rinteln in Hanover. This is Wizz Air 4551, about to touch down from Larnaca. Right folks, with nothing else imminently inbound and nothing much moving out on the stands, we're going to make this one the last catch of today's Luton live show. Wizz Air Flight 6002, destination is Rome, backtracking for a full length departure. As we wait for this one to power up and jet its way out of Luton, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that's chosen to join us here at Heathrow Live for our regular Luton show. It's been great to have so many with us. Great chat once again. Awesome support from you all. Super chats, gifted memberships, and of course hitting that like button. Awesome support as always, and we're very grateful. Dan Addison popping in right at the end. Hope you're well, Dan. And join us for our last catch of today's show. This was soaking up its 5 minutes of fame on the Heathrow Live cameras. It's definitely got no rush. Nothing coming in behind it. So as we continue to wait, big thanks to our mod team. Chinook first up, nice and early, helping us out in the live chat. The lovely Lorraine, Lizzie, and of course Dan Addison. Thank you as always for your hard work, being so welcoming to everybody in our live chat. There's quite some weight on the runway, isn't it? Come on, Wiz. You've got the camera all to yourself. Let's go. What on earth is going on? Come on. You can do it. Just push those levers forwards. I think it's waiting for the sun to come out. Would you believe, as we're about to wrap up, I can see patches of blue sky. Typical. That's it, Graham. They've all gone for a cookie. PG, yeah, I've often thought about that. The amount of fuel wasted, he says in quotes. Maybe he's turned off the engines, waiting for that tea break to finish. Here we go then. Last catch of the day. Eventually. Off and away into the increasingly windy skies here at Luton. Folks, that's a wrap. It's been a pleasure. Stay tuned for details of our next show. There's a chance we might be out tomorrow. Don't know where, so stay tuned. and we'll post a link as soon as we're ready to go live again. Losing my voice. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care all.